I debated whether I should put the walkthrough at the beginning for the sake of it being quick, but I don't want to spoil the scavenger hunt, so it's at the last half of the video. And just a heads up that the footage you see here is a combat scenario that I set up myself. It's not part of the content from the update. So how is the update? I think most people would be disappointed with the update considering these were the highlights from the trailer. Seeing that, your first impression might be that you're fighting NPCs, if not other players, in flying vehicles. I'll just go ahead and say that unless you go really far out of the way, that is not the case with this update. Needless to say, if you were expecting high-octane action of air-to-air combat and commandeering other vehicles in a Mad Max-style desert, you are most likely severely disappointed with 1.6. What should we expect from a free update though? On one hand, I think we should be happy with whatever comes our way, lame or sick. On the other hand, if they're going to put out content, I'd rather them spend their time on something more wild. The vehicle is a really cool idea, but it has such a limited range of motion and it's finicky as hell, making it almost a chore to drive, especially being that your only options for a direction are straight or slightly not straight. And if you crash or touch ground, it's either broken or stuck, so you're going to need to go back to the start. I just don't like to see the potential of such a creative and exciting game held back. It's like putting bumpers on a really crazy bowling lane with twists, turns, loops, and boosters. Just make a mod workshop already! Who said that? Well, anyway, I think that's enough dunking for now. I appreciate that we got something new at all. The world is huge and it has lots of landmarks, natural landscapes, wind turbines, and a bar. Not much of it is functional though, it is just there for show. I enjoyed climbing on the rocks, but I was disappointed that nothing was waiting for me at the top. There are some spawn stations for all of the enemies, which is kind of an odd thing to include in my opinion, and there's a weapon station. I've already mentioned the vehicle, but I'll go into a little bit more depth. You can spawn it at any time. It has 2 function points, a lever for the gas and a handle for turning and pitching. Pitching too far back will cause the vehicle to stall, and I like this touch, but I think it's too limited. And that's about it. It's a sandbox mode, so I suppose we can't expect too much of a purpose-driven experience. I really like sandbox modes, but I wish they had more functional pieces like grabbing onto the wind turbine. One great thing, as I see it, is that we now have another option aside from Tuscany that isn't a dark, gray basement-style environment. And the last thing I'll say about this place is that it is really beautiful. Now, before moving on to the walkthrough, I want to apologize to all of you who were chatting in my stream. The software that I used to look at the chat froze after a few messages, and being a small channel that doesn't stream often, I just thought no one was chatting. Imagine my surprise when I took off the headset and saw a wall of text in my chat box. So thanks for hanging out and chatting, even though I wasn't chatting back with you. The walkthrough will be quick. I'll show you locations of things and what to do with them in the fastest way possible. Some of these methods will not apply to you if you've not completed the campaign. Spoilers ahead. From the menu, go under the story option, choose level select, and go to Tower. Once there, spawn a utility gun and then a Nimbus gun. Use the Nimbus gun to fly up and to the left, through the big room to the glass room with the vehicle inside. Find the module and stash it. Fly up and to the right and throw the module into the reclamation bin. Go back to the main menu and under Sandbox, select Hover Junkers. Walking out of the box, you'll find a staple gun. Stash this for later. You'll have more of these guns on your right ankle, but you can't collect these at the reclamation bin. To obtain the collectible items at the end, you'll need to find Dragon Balls, hidden around the map. Here are the locations of them all. Once you've collected them all, apply them to the device and go inside to collect the key. Stash it. Go to the bar, there's a nearby body under a rock with a green key. Put that key into the station on the dock of the bar. You can now spawn the vehicle in with the red button. Find 3 batteries nearby, there are tons of them, so it should be easy. Put them in the vehicle and, wait, hold on before you do anything else, go to the save station and save. Okay, now you can fly off. You'll want to stop and pick up the welding gun before you go for the end. It's a long journey, so you'll want to get this done right the first time. Stash the welding gun and return to the dock to spawn a new vehicle. Now fly off again. Careful not to pull back on the handle too much as you'll stall. If you find it difficult to turn, move your body in the direction that you want to turn. It's a difficult flight and you'll likely crash multiple times. If you do crash and get stranded, you can either kill yourself using the gun on your ankle and return to the save point, or spawn a Nimbus gun and fly all the way back. And actually, if you just want to skip the vehicle part, you can use the Nimbus gun to go all the way to the end. Just climb the Star Wars looking sewer drain, insert the key, collect the ball, and throw all of your items into the reclamation bin. But just remember that you can only collect the original staple gun. And that's all there is. Have fun.